Hi, my name is Yvonne Obi. I work as a diversity and inclusion professional and talent development professional as well. I recently held a title as Global Senior Manager for Booking.com, Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging. Yes, I was in a panel discussion, and the main message, well, let me start. The topic of the panel was reimagining workplaces that set employees up for success. And the main message I shared was that at the heart of it all, we need to think about what employees need. We need to engage employees in the conversation. Employees as well can learn the act of self advocacy and speak up for themselves and speak up for others around them and begin to form and be a part of communities as well within the organization. So it's a two-way street. The employers have to really think about engaging the employees in the conversation, and employees need to think about what do they need, and they need to be able to voice that as well. Yes, it is something I've experienced because I've been in situations where maybe I wasn't really getting the job satisfaction that I needed, and I did not really advocate for myself. I did not really speak up for what I needed, and eventually I was just burnt out and tired. So it's been a personal experience that it's very, very important. No matter what the organization gives you, it's if you're not able to say this is actually what I need, you're not speaking up for yourself, and you're not helping your employer set you up for success, actually. So it is definitely a personal experience. There's also been the part of saying what you need and the employer not fulfilling. So employers have to be committed to actually following through on what employees say they want. It is important speaking up, and this topic and the main message I was passing is important because it really increases engagement of the employee. You're getting the best out of the employee when you're putting them in roles that are best suited for their skills. So job satisfaction is increased because they feel a sense of purpose in the role. They feel like what the job is demanding for them, the job is also giving them resources to replenish and to carry out their job. So overall, you get high retention, lower turnover as an employer. And as an employee, especially employees like myself, who my earnings from my work is a huge part of my financial growth and stability. I'm growing because human capital is important, and human capital is formed when I stretch my skills by taking up challenging tasks and roles and growing in my career. So it's a win-win for both parties. Well, the most meaningful connection to me I can't believe I'm seated in a room full of executives. And I've always told myself that in the next 5 years, right now, let me not say 5 years, right now, I really want to be on track to a chief people officer position, not a chief diversity officer position. I'm very clear of that. And yesterday night at the award dinner, I sat next to the CHRO of Adolf. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of the company, but it was one of the companies that was shortlisted. I can't remember the name completely, but I sat next to the CHRO and I had no idea. And we were just casually chatting. And she said, "Oh, that she's a CHRO." And I was like, "You're definitely mentoring me." Whether you like it or not, you're definitely going to mentor me on this journey because I am really on this track. And I know where I'm getting, and I want to get there. And I also believe in the power of allies sponsoring people from underrepresented communities. And she's a white woman, and I said, you have a new job right now. And we connected, and she was so happy about that. So that's very powerful, just being able to sit next to even the Jennifer, the person who moderated my panel today, just being in the same room with women like that. And I'm like, in the office, I wouldn't necessarily go and talk to them if I don't have any work to do with them, but here we're connecting like we're equals, and it's fantastic. It's an amazing opportunity. Yes, I've listened to a lot of journeys, especially the journeys to growth, the journeys to being a leader, and it's been so inspiring for me because I did not understand how to build the career that I wanted to build, and no one really took me through that journey. It's just maybe a few years ago when I started I had the funds and, my employer support to get executive coaching and to, have a coach of my own and to have a career coach of my own. And that's why right now I'm also certified as an executive coach, and a career coach for teenagers and young adults, because no one was there for me. So when no one gave me that platform to listen to other people tell their stories of how they got from A to B. And it's really inspiring because I have to continue to pass on that torch. I have to continue to find ways to contribute to events like this and organizations like this that help women tell their stories, because there's probably someone like me who didn't know how to get from point A to B and is learning from this journey. I think one of the things that I've really done for myself now is realizing that it probably took me longer to get to where I am because I didn't have guides. Now I have guides. I have an executive coach. I have, I have people that I make sure that they're helping me make the right decisions for my career. And that is not everyone can afford that. But even when you can't afford paying someone personally for yourself, there are other ways. Take advantage of mentorship programs within your organization. So many people do not access that, but that is super key. Take advantage of mentorship programs within your organization. Don't be afraid to ask people to mentor you. Attend events like Rise and Lead Summit, where you meet other people. So this is super key in growing your career, especially if you're someone from an underrepresented background or you're a woman. It's very important.